show you with this. But these sentences are in my part. These high frequency words are in the part. I might be sorting them. I might be playing matching games with them. I might have a writing that I need to do. So moving on here. Do you remember that photo I showed you yesterday with the must-dos? Okay, so here's an example of it. Sorry, these people, come over a second. So, we've written it up. Even from prep, we need to be doing this. These are all the parts that we have available today. I'm going to read. You're going to follow along. Paint a trembling mouse at the easel. Collage the cat's body orange and his eye green. Build a doll's house out of boxes. You get it. What clocks can you see in here? Take a photo on the iPad. Write a trembling mouse sentence and attach to your painting, or you can write 2 sentences. What do you think these mean? Must-dos. Must-dos. And guess what they are? Here's my artwork, here's my writing. Every piece of artwork you ask the kids to do needs to have writing attached to it, but it doesn't need to all happen at once. It can be separate parts to be put together later. Okay? So you all saw the page. Making sense around the artwork that they're doing. Okay, so when I do move on and pick another episode, and these are episodes, they're written as episodes, and I pick another section to use, the artwork's not going to be the same, is it? Is it? No. Thanks. Okay. All right.
So how long would you keep that in the sentence maker?
So I'm going to keep that in the sentence maker while I'm teaching with it. If you're going to pick a section that goes up in here because we're spending time in it, it's at least 3 or 4 days.
So then what do you do?
Then I take that out. That might be in my, now, that is somewhere in my room, okay? That comes off out of there, comes over there on my door to outside. Could be on my outside door in, and I use it as transitions. It could be I take that to my part and I create little matching words. I could have that in home corner with my little grandfather clock, and it's up for the rest of the term. And then the next section I'm using goes up in there. These never get thrown out. This language gets put somewhere in your room for you, for the kids, not for you, so low that they can use. Why can they use it? I want them to come over, sit in front of it and copy trembling. Okay, it's not a guessing game, I want them to be able to use it. In the book, Moan's got really big font, so it could be that in the next couple of days we actually create Moan in really big font and have on set and write word families. Okay?
Some classrooms might actually have past short-term cycles that they've been working, the sentences they've been working on, with even an image of hickory dickory dash beside it.
Yep.
And the high frequency words blue tack so that they can come and take the high frequency words.
This is really important. You know that photo yesterday where you saw the prep classroom with the sentences and the post-it notes on the top of the high frequency words? That's just another version. But you have to keep it because the kids are actually supposed to go over, get the word, take it back, write with it, bring it back. It's a resource. Remember, reading and writing should not be a guessing game when you're in P2. You're learning to put it together. Scaffold. Sentences. I can't stress this enough. This should, yes, you can have a word and a picture, but the more sentences you write and the more you read, the better off you are. Your kids should be reading along with you, and they will be because they start to form that pattern. That's a pattern itself. Now, let's talk about all of this. What does outside look like? If this was my part, here are my outside options today. Now, if you've only got a tiny little space, you don't have to do all of these, but you do need to think about how they're contextualised. You would have the painting outside, and you would probably keep going with that, all right, especially if you've got a big class. Sand timer, so this was all about clocks. So I made a sand timer at the sand pit, and you can make your own. You can have a making station. Play-Doh with sentence strips. What sentence strips will you have out on the table? Guess what? These ones. drawing of clocks on the cement pavement with all the numeracy coming in. Play, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? Use the digital timer to time obstacle courses. Use a stopwatch. I used to have little old stopwatches with my preps, my preschoolers. I love it. I can do that. Stop and start, write down the time, and use your iPad. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things you could do outside connected to that lesson. Now, if you've got a tiny space, what's your priority? Painting, Play-Doh with the sentences. Your sandpit should be open every time you go outside. Probably I could do that on a veranda as well. Right.